Hey, welcome into Carpooling with Ben. I am honored to have a legend, a New England, scratch that, a worldwide legend. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ernie Boch Jr., sir.
Hey, Ben, how
It's a
are
pleasure
you?
to have you here.
Welcome to my hometown.
I love it. This is a beautiful area, and I gotta say, the building that I just met you at, I could tell it was designed by you because there are speakers in every space.
Yeah, we have music throughout the whole place, which is cool. You know, I don't know if the folks can see it, but we're going through a very historical part of Norwood right here.
Okay.
This is the Bird Factory. We call it the Bird Factory because Mr. Bird, this is where asphalt shingles were invented.
Really?
Right here. Yep. This is the first company that did asphalt shingles.
That's amazing.
Yes.
The when did that must have been early 1900s?
That was like the 30s.
Really? Oh, wow, it's crazy.
Probably 20s, late 20s.
When did your family start with the dealerships? Because
Well, I'm fourth generation Italian. My great grandfather came over. My grandfather, then my father. But my grandfather started what is known as Boch Automotive in the mid 40s as a gas station on Route 1.
okay,
Yeah.
a lot
So
has changed since then.
Yeah, we've just been, family business. It's the backbone of America.
It's not easy. Everybody thinks it is, but it's not.
It's funny. Unless you're in a family business, you don't really get the dynamics.
Yeah.
But if you have been in a family business, you can only it's like having kids. You can talk about kids and everything about kids, but unless you have kids, you don't get it.
You have taken your passion for music because you're a very talented musician. Yeah, you're far better than me. I play accordion, so you've taken your passion for music and have really created something so unique and so amazing to help continue music education with your program. Music Drives Us.
Yeah, Music Drives Us. We're celebrating our 10th anniversary.
Wow.
10 years ago, last August, I started Music Drives Us. I really started it because I wanted, do you know VH1 Save the Music?
Yeah.
VH1 Save the Music. When they first started that, I was so excited about it.
Right.
I actually got the opportunity to meet one-on-one with John Sykes. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but he was one of the architects of MTV. So I met with him, and when he was president of CBS Radio, and I love the guy. Don't get me wrong when I say this story. And I met the guy, and I was so excited. I said, I want to be part of VH1 Save the Music. I want to be the Boston guy. I'll help you raise money. It'll be great. And he said, all right, Ernie, that's fantastic. I'll talk to you when I get back. And when he got back, I couldn't get a hold of him. Little did I know that he had left CBS. Now, I don't know if he left it under bad terms, good terms, but it was like a secret. I couldn't find out where he was. So I said, I'm going to start my own thing. And I put $2 million of my own money to seed Music Drives Us.
Wow.
And we're going on 10 years. We've given away millions of dollars worth of grants, and we continue to fundraise. But it's been great.
I remember when the VH1 program started, and I distinctly remember them talking about it on like the Today Show or Good Morning America, where they actually had people in the plaza donating trumpets or donating trombones.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, this is a little hokey. I mean, who walks around, hey, I'm going to travel to the Today Show to give you a trumpet?
Well, it used to be, years ago, about 20 years ago, you could do that.
Okay.
You can't do it today because it's funny. People don't have those instruments lying around.
Right.
And if they did have them lying around, it would go to their cousin or their niece or anything like that. It's very, very rare. Every once in a while, we will get instruments donated to us.
Sure.
And they're usually pretty crappy saxophones and stuff like that. So an instrument drive doesn't really work today, but it was a great idea.
Yeah, it was. I just found the whole idea and the concept of it was a bit different.
Yeah.
And I never saw anybody bring an accordion.
Right.
That no squeeze boxes.
They're very expensive. Nobody's giving those things away.
No, they're not. Ask my mother and father. They don't.
Right.
So you've changed the program, and you've created the program to be, let's face it, more business savvy and more.
We're concentrating. Music Drives Us does a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Music therapy, but we've lately been really concentrating on the schools because the schools is where it is really needed.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. We've been to. I used to lifeguard at that pool. Right
Oh,
there.
really?
Yep,
Oh, wow.
pool in the 70s. In the
Wow.
70s, I was on the town swim team called the Stingrays,
Okay.
and I say I'm the second best known person on the Stingrays,
There you go.
and the number one best known person on the Stingrays was and still is, but he's not a Stingray anymore. Dickie Barrett from the Mighty
Oh,
Mighty
okay. Yeah,
Bosstones.
yeah. Actually, very talented. Yeah.
Dickie, you see him every night on the Kimmel Show.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, Dickie Barrett was a Stingray.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you did that. You said you were lifeguarding in the
I
70s.
did that from like the.
They hired you to be a lifeguard when you were 5 years old. That's impressive.
I
That's
was
impressive.
one of the youngest kids to graduate senior life.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a bit of a pool rat. You know,
Right.
I have a pool at my house.
Yeah.
I love to swim.
It's good. It's good exercise.
It is good exercise.
It's good for vocalists too because it helps with your breathing.
Ah, nice.
The-
So Music Drives Us has morphed into not totally just helping schools, but there's so much potential there. We have
Sure.
so much to do. And the grants, everybody is asking for the schools in the grants, so that's where we've been concentrating. If
Yeah.
you go to musicdrivesus.org, you can see all the programs that we fund.
What is it like when you meet a student that has been on the receiving end of this service?
It's truly incredible. I'll tell you, I've never actually cried, but I've got choked up at many fundings when we go either to give them the check or give them the plaque,
Yeah.
and the kids come up, and it's amazing. We did a program in a town in Rhode Island. I forget the exact town, but it was kind of impoverished, and
Mhm.
and not many of the fathers were still around.
Okay.
And we put a drum program into this after school program.
Okay.
And one of the kids came up to me and said, my brother got shot,
Oh, gee.
and instead of doing revenge, I started this drum program, and I feel a lot better. That gave me chills.
Yeah,
Crazy,
that just
crazy.
gave me chills. That's so great. That's so awesome. When did you start playing music?
Oh, I started playing music probably when I was 12 or 13.
Okay.
You know, I played guitar. Every kid plays guitar, you know.
All right. And did you take formal lessons?
Oh, yeah,
did you,
I took lessons. I was never that good.
Who was your first
I was
music
that good.
teacher?
My first music teacher was probably Mr. Trodeman.
Okay.
He was. I started on drums when I was in grammar school,
All right.
but I picked up the guitar at around 12.
Wow.
But I had always liked music. I was never really great at it. I don't really consider myself great at it now, but it really helps me relax and hang out. I love it.
You are such an inspiration to a lot of businesses that try to incorporate music and art within. I mean, your building is gorgeous, and your building is one of the your corporate offices. It's the only building in the country,
Well,
or the first.
Well, let me put it this way. The new Subaru headquarters that I built is LEED Platinum certified.
Okay.
It's the #1 LEED Platinum private building in the United States.
So what is LEED?
It's LEED certified. It's what it is. It's an eco-friendly building.
Okay.
We actually, it's 86 points. If you know anything about LEED certification, it's 86 points, platinum certified,
Wow.
which means it's very, very efficient.
That's awesome.
And the building materials, there's no oak in the whole entire building. It's all bamboo, bamboo being the most renewable wood source.
Okay.
All the carpets are recycled. Everything, what looks like granite in the building is really old concrete and broken glass.
Really?
Repurposed.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's cool.
So amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, that in and of itself has a story that
Well, sure, Subaru is kind of that type of company, you know,
Okay.
where we we believe in the environment and giving back. I personally think that if you have a company and you have some sort of success that lets you step back and take a breath, that you should be giving back.
it's a very good.
You know, you
absolutely.
should be giving back. I know a lot of guys and women are out there and they're getting their company and they're getting it going and they're struggling and they should keep going and keep struggling and be successful. But once you get there, or because some people think you're never there. Like
Right.
I never think I'm successful. I just keep going.
Mhm.
But when you get time to, oh wow, that's when you should be giving back.
That's and do what you can. And I
Yeah.
think that's a great point. Music Drives Us certainly embodies that whole mindset, and because it's something you love, it's something you're passionate about. And for some businesses, it may be reading, or it may be education, or it may be food. It could be anything, but do something.
Right, and if you're lucky enough to get a synergy with what you love, I love the automotive industry and I love music, so there's a synergy there that I have that makes every day fun at work.
You've run some pretty amazing events, fundraising events. What are some of the most memorable events you've put together?
Well, we just had Megadeth play acoustic for Music Drives Us.
Wow.
We had Megadeth
What was that like?
December. It was good. I'm friends with Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, and I was hanging out with him. He came to Boston, and I was hanging out with him. I said, Dave, do you ever do an acoustic set or anything like that? He said, well, we haven't done it that often. I said, hey, how about doing something for Music Drives Us? And he stepped up, came to the Hard Rock Cafe. We sold tickets. We made tens of thousands of dollars for the evening to benefit Music Drives Us. I had Slash and Miles Kennedy play at my house for Music Drives Us. They came in, and I charged crazy amount per ticket to benefit Music Drives Us. So it's a I try and lean on people I know to help me.
And you're providing a once in a lifetime opportunity to those who want to support, which is really incredible. What are your thoughts about music? Some of the more popular artists nowadays.
Well, today's music. Let's call it the kids' music. What the kids are listening to. I personally respect what's going on today.
Sure.
But do I listen to it? No.
No.
Would I listen to it? No. Would I buy it? No. Would I download it? No. But I respect it.
Sure.
I respect it. I'm more of a classic rock guy.
How many vinyl records do you own?
No, I'm out of vinyl.
Really?
I gave up vinyl.
Oh, wow.
I know. I gave up vinyl a long time ago because of my living situation. It takes a lot of room and everything.
Yeah.
And I went the opposite way. I'm like super high tech.
Wow, okay.
Right. Vinyl, there's nothing like the analog sound. I truly believe it.
Right.
When we released our record, we released vinyl, 180 grams of vinyl. But there's nothing like it. And no matter what you do digitally, you're never going to get that.
Right.
But you can try and get close.
Okay. What was your favorite concert that you ever attended? And what was your first concert you ever attended?
Well, the first concert I ever attended was Cat Stevens in America at the Music Hall, 1972, something like that. That was the first show I ever went to. It was spectacular. Probably the best show that I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of shows, a lot of bands, but I'm a big Aerosmith fan, from being from Boston and everything. And I know the band, so I get access, but when you see a rock show, like from the side of the stage or front row, it is a complete different experience.
Sure.
It truly is. I mean, being in the audience is great, don't get me wrong, but when you're up on stage, on the side of the stage, or you're so close that when they turn quickly and the sweat hits you, I mean, it's amazing. It's so exciting. So I've probably seen Aerosmith, I don't know, 100 times. So they're probably the best live show I've ever seen.
It's really cool to see it from that side, because you also see how the band's interacting with each other from a different perspective.
Absolutely.
You know, the lights, and they create the environment for the people in the audience to see what they're presenting. But as you said, it's a different, when you see that side view there, you see how the band interacts and how the music actually,
is formed.
Yeah, it encapsulates and embodies what they're trying to do. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
You have a show coming out pretty soon, a new
I have
venture.
A show on National Geographic's coming out. It's a show that National Geographic's produced.
Okay.
It will be on in 171 countries in 45 different languages. It's being premiered all over the world as we speak, and the reason I know that is people from all over the world come and talk to me about it through Facebook. Turkey, Vietnam, Cambodia, Australia, England, all these different countries. Italy. I know when it's on, because why would someone from Italy contact me and say, I loved your show?
Right.
So it will be on in the United States soon.
What is it about?
It's like a one-man journey. Being with National Geographic was extraordinary because the look of the show. We were in Africa, and
wow.
The filming and the cinematography and the lighting, it's incredible. So they brought me to Africa, and they said, Ernie, we're going to bring you, well, they started here. They said, Ernie, we're going to bring you someplace. Mm-hmm. You're not going to know where it is. Mm-hmm. We're going to drop you off. Okay. You're going to be completely alone. We want you to go integrate into wherever we drop you off and make a difference using absolutely none of your resources. They can't know who you are, and you have to live on $1 a day.
Wow.
So I said to them, wow. I said, all right, here's the deal. I will do that. The only thing I ask for, the only thing I want is when I get there, I want a clean bathroom. That's all you have to give me. That's it. Just give me a clean bathroom and I'll go anywhere. It doesn't matter. So when I got there, no electricity, no running water, and no bathroom.
Oh, boy.
Not like a small bathroom, not like a bad bathroom, no bathroom. So that was the most intense thing about the show. But I went there and I got involved. I did it. And when I left, I was there for 15 days. When I left, the whole village got together to celebrate me being there. And they came and they gave me fruit and goats and chickens and all this different stuff. And the village elders got up and said, we want all women who now bear a male child to name them Ernie.
Wow.
And that's how I left. So the question is, what the F did I do there to make that happen? That's the show.
Now you got to tune in and find it. Wow, that is so incredible.
Crazy.
Hey, somewhere in Africa there's a village of Ernie. You're spreading your wings, baby. Yeah. It's awesome. That's so great. If people want to get involved with Music Drives Us, it's not that hard.
Oh, it's not that hard at all. Music Drives Us at musicdrivesus.org. Jackie is the one that runs it for me. You can call 781-255-6369, 781-255-6369. Ask for Jackie, or go to musicdrivesus.org, and there's plenty of opportunity to volunteer.
I've gotten so good with Final Cut Pro that number is right here, right now.
Excellent.
Right here. You see it?
Right here.
Wow. You can almost touch it. It's amazing. Mr. Boch, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For sharing this story, and then for all the great work you're doing with this program, because thousands of kids are...
It's good. And music, every study has shown that when you have music when you're younger, you are more communicative, less violent, a better chance of learning and understanding a different language. It just makes us better people.
It truly does. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It's been awesome.
All right.